I've been prepping since about, I don't know, 8:15, 8:20, but it's mostly been like more Foundry migration stuff in the background. I got more of the hotbar built out, so that was good. And the world loaded up. That's also good. I was not able to recover voice actors or journal entries from the migration, so it kind of sucks. Um, Essentially, it would require me to roll back all the games and do the migration process over again, or load the older games into a Foundry 9 local installation, and then find the missing files and bring them over for the journal entries. And I just couldn't find the time to do that. But those are the solutions that would have been workable. All right. So we do have some continuing issues with, I think, the draw tool. Like, for example, these words, they're all over the place. So we got to figure out what to do about that. I think it's a simple resizing issue that will fix it. There we go. So we'll go ahead and fix those. We don't have a Lex today. Again, Lex had another death in the family. My heart like breaks for this kid and his family because they're having a rough time of it. It feels like since this game started, he has had to deal with so much loss, and it's very heartbreaking. Um, Red will be covering for him today, so we might have his character, kind of backflip off the field, and then Red can have the Cullen Answer team kind of jump in to fill that gap. I don't want them to be undermanned going continuing their battle against a Brethiax. So I feel like a Bithriax is just a cooler name, but like the official name of him is it's very draconic. We'll just leave it at that. So yeah. Let's see. Mm, what are we doing this morning? Oh yeah. Let's check our notes. All right. So Red Hand of Doom, remix, campaign notes. All right. So I think last week we spent a lot of time fighting with Foundry, and we didn't get a lot of time to actually prep. So even though we only have an hour this morning, I am hoping that we can get in a pretty decent chunk, a nice chunk, as it were, of prep. So things that I know about that we're going to use right away would be this these two Tom Cardos maps. So let's go ahead and get those two Tom Cardos maps set up right away. All right. And good morning to anybody that's up this early, that's hanging out. Maybe you're prepping your own stuff. Maybe you're working on stuff. You just want somebody complaining in the background. Well, baby, that's what I do best. I will grumble and rumble and complain about Dungeons and Dragons in the background while you work on your stuff. So welcome to Body Doubling, Saturday morning edition. All right. Let's go grab this map. So let's see. Head on over to Tom Cardos's Patreon. All right, and he's got the file right here in this VTT file. These are free maps that he did as fan art because he enjoyed the Critical Role TV show so much. Do we call them TV shows anymore? That was on Amazon, Vox Machina. All right. Now, it is tempting to just go with the nighttime map because it looks really cool, but Foundry kind of can create that effect on its own. So, what are the differences between the three maps? Let's open all three in Photoshop and find out. I wasn't up too late last night, but it was a good end to a very long week. So, uh, local arts academy had a musical of Mean Girls. Apparently, like Tina Fey was involved in the project or whatever, which is kind of exciting. And she kind of rewrote the movie. It was really good. And the bonus of using a daytime map with nighttime effects in Foundry, any lighting will look spiffy. Agreed. Nighttime maps are cool, and I'm glad that people provide nighttime maps, but I feel like you can get that effect with a good VTT. So not really any need. Alright, so we got a completely scrubbed one, and then we got one that's got like bushes and shit. We'll go with bushes and shit. So let's go ahead and save this one out, and we'll go and make it, let's see, TC for Tom Cardos, but we're going to call it Brindle Cathedral Square. And this is technically where they're supposed to fight a Breathiax or whatever. Alright. This particular dragon name is a good example of, like, if you're a DM and there are words or names that you're really struggling to pronounce and no amount of practice is helping you, and you don't want to use, like, you don't want to read off of a card every time, or when you read off of the card, it slows down your roleplay, or having to remember to read off of the pronunciation card is slowing down your roleplay. Maybe just talk to your players and say, hey, I can't get this name right. Is it cool if we call this NPC this instead? Because this is a name that I can remember. Hey, good morning, Orpheus. I'm so happy to see you this morning. Man. I hope it goes well today, too. This sounds terrible, right? Because I'm like, Critical Role Season 3, I couldn't get engaged. It was too slow. These assholes have been fighting, the dragon for 4 hours, plus a 2-hour build-up against, like, other bad guys to fight him, and they're still fighting him, and he's not even bloodied. So I don't know if maybe I've created a bad encounter here or what. It seems to be a pretty intense encounter. They refuse to give up. The bad guy, I don't know. I got to figure out what his motivations are. Like, why is he still here? Why is he still fighting? Does he want to kill them? Is that the goal? Is it a TPK? Is he just toying with them to test their strength? Why hasn't he finished them? Can he finish them? Does he have it in him to do so? I don't actually know any of the answers to this shit. So, yeah. Let's see. Tile template. We'll do a tile template tall on this one. There we go. And let's see. Oh, hold on. Somebody did suggest to me, and it was a pretty good suggestion. They were like, you could, like, make the background in Photoshop as part of the map image so that you still have a margin, but you can also then set the whole map to be the background of the scene, which would work better in Foundry 10 rather than using the tiles. And I thought about that, but part of the problem there is that I'd have to build a gridded template for my tile template wide and my tile template tall in Photoshop. So if I had a grid overlay that I could size the gridless map, and then I would have it snapped to the grid, and I would know how much background it needed to have. That's actually pretty smart. Not something I'm going to do this morning, but something that I've been thinking about on the back burner since a suggestion for it was kind of brought to my attention that, hey, you might get, in Foundry 10, better performance with everything if you start using the background image maps instead. So I am thinking of ways that I could do that while still retaining the margins that I like so much. And now that I'm talking about it, I'm kind of talking myself into, like, trying it. So that's bad. All right, hold on. Let's give it a shot. So let's see, File, New. And we want the resolution to be 100 pixels per inch. We're going to make it 5,000 wide, and we're going to make it 8,000 tall. All right, and then what we're going to do is we want to turn on the grid. So we're going to go to View, Guides. No. Show. There we go. View, Show, Grid. All right. And then we have to teach the grid to be the right size. So we're going to go to View, Guides. I'm trying to remember how I set the grid here. Hold on. It's been a while. Google time. Photoshop. How customize grid size. Edit preferences. Got it. Edit preferences. Guidelines, grid, and slices. All right. And our grid is already set to 100 pixels. Fantastico. All right. So what we'll do is we will bring in this cutie that we want to use. And because now we have this grid, we can sort of choose ahead of time like what size we want it to be. So if I wanted those two doors there to be 10 feet wide, I could make it like so, right? So it would be essentially 48 by 48. Sounds right. So let me see. I could, using the guides, I believe, I can lock that into place. So let's see what we could do. If I went like that, 50 by 50, that could also work. That's not a bad size either. All right. And then we just snap it to the grid. There we go. So now we got 50 by 50 that's on the grid. And then we do this and this. We'll go grab this. Drop that down. Huzzah. So now if I save this out, is that how much margin I want at the bottom versus the top? That's another good question. Let's see. Let's raise it up a little bit. It's a little bit more even. There we go. So now if I save it out, I gotta flatten it first. There we go. And we'll make it a WebP, and then we'll just save over this Brindle Cathedral Square. Oh, the document's currently open. You right. I'm sorry. Okay. Okay. So this is how we could do it, essentially, is you make you make a map that has a background with, you know, I don't want to call it dead space, but empty space on it. All right, configure background image. And then this would allow you to have a foreground image built in as well. So if you had like roofs and stuff like that, we could build it in our Photoshop template, then come over here and have it actually work. I don't know. It seems kind of cool. All right, let's go to Brindle. We have a shitload of maps for Brindle. And now we have a shitload plus one. Just thinking about it. Maybe. Anytime now. It's almost there. Got it. All right. Cool. And we get a thumbnail out of it too. So let's see. Brindle Cathedral Square. Let's head on over to Cathedral Square. And there we go. Now we have margins built in, but it's actually still the background. So kind of cool. We'll see how it goes performance-wise. Let's see. Snap. Add that. Great. All right. Do I really need to do anything at all to this map to make it more interesting, more dynamic? or can we just kind of take it as is? I feel like these towers could benefit from having some walls on them, just to sort of give a sense that building big, you know what I'm saying? But I also feel like we could seriously just run it as is, and then people could just, climb balconies and such if they needed to. The water is useful here, by the way, because of all his fire abilities and stuff like that. Being submerged in the water would give you resistance to the fire. So I think all that's pretty cool. I guess for visual effects, we will do some terrain walls for these towers. So here we go. The terrain wall will allow them to see that there is a tower, but then not see like the whole tower, which is kind of cool. And then it looks like there's actual building here, so that's interesting. All right, so we'll do like some of this. There we go. And Tom Cardos is really good about making his maps. I think he makes his maps for Foundry. I don't know if these got made for Foundry or not. Generally, I like to make my own maps, and I was talking to Red about this. Red had the same feels, and Dom, that when you make the map yourself, you are forced to look closely at the map, and it almost gives you like a connection to the map that you didn't have when it was prepped by somebody else. Good case in point is my Curse of Strahd games. Those Benios maps, I've made a ton of mistakes on those Benios maps because I didn't make the maps and I didn't prep the maps. So I'll look at the map when I'm putting like actors down and sort of reading about the chapter. And even then, I'll be like looking at the map and just say, what the fuck is going on here? So sometimes going and doing the extra work yourself is good, because sort of like studying for a test, by putting in that work, you now understand it in a way that maybe you didn't before. Big shrug. All right, doors. There we go. And keep going. So I've lit a ton of maps in the time I've been on VTT, and I've lit a ton of maps from Tom Cardos. This isn't the worst Tom Cardos map I've ever had to light. Not even close. He had that one like resort map. Oh my god. And then the big house that we used in Skull and Shackles. Good god. That was a lot. But his maps are great for learning to use the wall tool, because his stuff is so clean, right? His work is so clean, and the art is so clean. So like it's very easy to see what things are and where things should go with a Tom Cardos map. So if you're just getting into VTT mapping and stuff like that, these are great maps to practice with. And Tom has a lot of free maps. I think he has free versions of all his maps now, and he has a license that allows you to use his watermarked maps in your own third-party publications, because he is just an absolutely incredible human being. Helps us out with extra life every year. Just a super Chad, as the halflings might say. All right. Yes, welcome to my Tom Cardos appreciation stream. I'll be sharing fun tidbits about how great Tom Cardos is now. But yeah, he is a stand-up guy. There we go. And if you like Tom Cardos' style and you want to make your own maps, he is partnered with Dungeon Draft. And so Dungeon Draft has a plugin called like the Tom Cardos plugin, where you get all of Tom's stamps, and all the maps you make end up looking like Tom Cardos maps. Talk about confidence. Do you know what I'm saying? This dude's so confident in his own abilities that he's like, here's my fucking art style. Use it. You still won't be better than me. Now, I don't think he thinks that, but maybe. Maybe. All right. Up here. Mm-mm. I've only made a handful of incarnate maps myself, so it is really neat that these, I want to call them like true map makers. I know that's kind of mean to like incarnate artists, including myself, but I feel like if you're making your own stamps and you're doing everything from scratch, you're like a real map artist. You know what I'm saying? The rest of us are like building with your Legos, essentially. All right, so we got some cool towers. We got the cathedral itself lit, not lit, but walled. So that's really good. If it is a nighttime scene, what can we do about that to make it more interesting? All right, so we can grab all of these guys, all these windows, and I'm gonna try to make them one way. So let's see, wall direction. I never know which way the fucking arrow is supposed to go. Let's put light down. All right, obviously we did it wrong. Cool. Um, and let's see, get the light in there. We'll go ahead and make it lead torch. Actually, we'll go more yellow on this torch. There we go. And torch. Beautiful. All right. So then we'll go back to our wall tool and we'll teach it to go the other direction. So we want it to go right. Hey. Oh. All right. All right. All right. Light restriction. None. There we go. I think we could have just done light restriction, honestly. We didn't need like a special rule for that. Or a special direction for that. The direction's actually just gonna like, I think, allow them to walk in a certain direction. Let's just turn that off. Alright. Oh no! I guess we did have it right. Okay. So it has to be... let's see. We'll just turn off light restriction. That's the easiest fix. There we go. So we'll grab that, and that, and over here. There we go. And just turn off light restriction. Alright, so what we could do now is go back to lights and paste them bad boys in. Oh, they're very bright. But with mass edit, we can adjust it pretty easily. Alright, so what we'll do is we'll grab all of them at once. We'll use mass edit. We will lower the color intensity a bit. We will go to advance, and we will turn up attenuation. And then we will apply the changes. Ah, much better. Okay. And then apparently at night, the little crystals on top of these things glow. At least that's what the nighttime map shows. So let's go ahead and try to recreate that effect. So we got to make a little glowing crystal up here. And that crystal is blue. There we go. And that's way too intense. Okay. We'll turn attenuation all the way up. And then we'll go to... flickering light? Chroma? No, that's rainbow. We don't want that. Pulsing? Is pulsing still a thing? Oh yeah, pulse is still a thing. Alright, that seems pretty good. Alright, so we just paste that down a bunch of times. Let's see. we go. Mm, lovely. So that still shows up during the day, but at night it'll be even cooler. We'll go ahead and add lighting effects, and not lighting effect, weather effect. We'll turn on clouds and give it a random direction. All right, cloud should show up. Now, if we did turn it to night, let's see, light bulb, nighttime, it would overlay that purple effect, but we would still keep the lighting that we set up. So there we go. Kind of recreated what we had with the nighttime map without having to use the nighttime map. Great. All right, a couple of things we got to do now. We got to configure this grid, lower the opacity a bit. I'm actually going to go with like a reddish one. There we go. And we're not transitioning all the way to daylight for some reason, which got to figure out what's going on with that. But whatever time of day they go to face this dude, this is going to be our good friend, Breathiax. All right. Breathiax having a great time. And then he's probably going to have some Manticore ads. I don't know who this game master is, but he's got access to like all my stuff. There we go. And also, everything's probably going to be on fire because he's destroying it. So what we'll do is we'll just go to breach defenses, where I think we already have fire, maybe. There we go. And we'll grab some of this fire and bring it back with us. So, there we go. Fun. Just adding a little bit of fire to the map. Alright. So we'll set the building on fire. And we'll set this tower on fire. There we go. And these plants will be on fire. There we go. And let's see. What else could be on fire? This area will be on fire. That's cool. Yeah, I like the idea that that's on fire. That's cool. He set their banner on fire. And ooh, let's keep some fire off the map, and then they could like move it in to sort of pen the characters in here after the fight starts. Very video gamey. All right, so then for the fire itself, we want to have let's see, advanced, not constrained by walls, turn up attenuation, go to torch, go to fire. There we go. Nice. All right. So we'll go ahead and add those lights in. Nice. I like how that's looking. That's looking pretty cool. All right. So that map's done. Ignite some water. I've always liked the idea of Dragon Breath being like Greek fire. Ooh, that would be pretty dope. I'll leave a note for myself with your comment. I don't want them to know about it until they try to use the water. That'd be kind of cool. Let's see. Oh, it doesn't let me use my drawing tools properly. I think we had this problem in another game. Let's see. I think all my games are having this issue, actually. Okay. Let's see. Foundry VTT cannot use text tool. Somebody else had a similar issue last year. Um, hmm. Do I have anything that's affecting the text box tool? Like, why can't it make new ones? Could I copy text off of the player map and bring it over? But if that's the case, why can't I create new text? Alright, let me see. So we'll go ahead and grab that and bring it over to Cathedral. Alright, and then go here and change this out and update. And it won't let me update it. Huh. I should probably figure out why the text labeling is not working. Because I kind of want to be able to add notes to my goddamn maps. Do I want to spend the rest of my prep doing that? Probably not. Okay. I'll just put cursive. Here we go. Ignite the buyer. Alright, cool. Let's see. Alright. We have another map we have to prep. Let's move on. This is the interior of the building. And we'll go ahead and grab Uriel's throne. Open. Unzip. And we got throne room, no grid. Okay. And I'm assuming this is another 50 by 50. Not in any way excited about trying to what's the word I'm looking for? Add walls to this map, but here it is. Alright, and we're going to flatten it and save it. Alright, and this will be Cathedral Interior. Okay. And so for Brindle, we'll do another tile template. Tall. Yep, 30 minutes to game. Thank you, phone. Alright. So we're going to configure, and we're going to do Brindle Cathedral Interior. And background. Now, this is significant because in the written story, what's up, Dom? In the written story, this is where all of the people basically retreat to that didn't leave. So all the citizens who are still around are here. Let's see. Wall controls, regular walls, bounding box, and snap. There we go. My joy and excitement are rapidly diminishing under the weight of lighting this thing. Here we go. And down. All right. Up. It'll be over before we know it, right? That's how this shit works. Sure. Also, given how easy access it is, why wouldn't they have just come in the windows? Question mark. Why would they try to go through the Cathedral Square? These are great questions. We'll say that the gardens around it are on a cliff. Yes, that's right. They're on a cliff. And so the only way they could get there is with flying stuff. And, you know, it's not like the whole army has flying stuff. Ha! There. Done. We explained away a pretty big plot hole, which is a huge part of our job as a storyteller. Explaining away plot holes. Alright. Let's get all this shit out of here. And... Look at these less than perfect rounded walls. I'm so proud of myself. Alright. And then we'll go up here. Like so. Well, now I feel like I really want them to go on this map because I'm spending the time to fucking prep it, but whatever. I have so many maps for this campaign that they didn't go to, and they're not going to go to. Alright. Wow, just a mess back here. I'll just do that and call it a day. There we go. Alright, it's up. And over. There we go. I don't know, it's weird to me. Like, with Alkenstar, the maps will already be done. And for most of, if not all of Curse of Strahd, the maps are already done. For Odyssey, unless I add some more random shit, the stuff is already done. So it's very much like, I don't know, there's less and less mapping to do. And I don't know if that's necessarily bad. It just feels weird. Stuff like this is just like a part of my life, is like building, you know, little walls and lights for maps. And with more and more VTT support, there's really less and less time that you need to spend doing this if you're getting like a pre-packaged thing. I mean, if you're doing everything homebrew, I mean, shit. You could always sign up for services where everything is already lit for you. But like I mentioned earlier, there is some definite merit to doing the lighting yourself on a map, just because you get a more hands-on interaction with it, and you can kind of see all the little subtleties as you're building that you might miss just taking it already made by somebody else. Alright, let's go to doors. Here we go. I would very much like you to make a door for me. Please make a door. There you go. Alright, and then these are all windows. So we need Inviso. And done. Such a good invisible wall. So skilled. Alright, done. Oh, I guess I could probably do like that. Yeah, I did have the dots there the whole time. Alright. And then we got windows. Just windows for days. A very defensible place with all these windows. Alright. I mean, it's the Temple of the Sun God. What are you really going to do? You're not going to have windows in the Temple of the Sun God? That's ridiculous. Alright. But if they only knew Pelar's dark secret. I'll let you guys go watch videos to find that out. I'm not gonna spill his dark secret. Alright. So that seems pretty legit. Everything else here would just be a matter of setting up like height walls and stuff like that. And I mean, really, I don't know. Big on those height walls. Yeah, I'm gonna call it Dunzos. So if they do come here, we at least have that lit. But this is like the campaign's pretty fucked if they end up on this map. All right, so we got those two taken care of. All right, beautiful. And let's see. What next with our 20 minutes or so? Alright, so adding Mind Flayer Lich. Oh, yeah, I guess we should probably do that. Alright, we need a new folder, and the folder is Mind Flayers. Alright, always a fun folder to add to any campaign. Do I have Mind Flayers? I do! I got small Mind Flayers, I got big Mind Flayers, I got Mind Flayer Scions. Throw those babies in here. Let's see. Mind Flayer Scion. Do I have an Alhoon? I don't, but I have an Alhoon regular monster. Alright. They're so bad. Is this the new one, though? The Monsters of the Multiverse one? Monsters of the Multiverse. Cool. He has Arcane Bolts, which isn't a real spell. Fantastic. And Chilling Grasp. Sure. And then he's got his spells. Oh, does he not have spells? Oh, that's right, because he's like an NPC or whatever. Did I change those settings? That's a great question. Let me bring up my general to-do list. Red-Handed Doom. Update Fungal Blessings. Red-Handed Doom. Make a Throne Stance toggle. Oh, okay. See what we could do about that. Okay. Alright, so we will save this out. And we'll go over to our convenient effects, and we're going to create an effect, and the effect is going to be called Throne Stance. Or Throwing Stance. There we go. +2 damage to all thrown attacks. Alright. And then for this, we'll go here. We'll go to Icons. And do we have a boomerang? Let's see. Macro icons. Icon folder. Is there a boomerang? There's a batarang. Alright, so we'll add a boomerang real quick. Okay, cool. And then the effects of this are going to be... Man, I hope Jerk bothers to use this. Yep, I definitely want to make this. And we will do... Ranged. Hold on. Ranged. No. It's ranged weapon attack. There we go. System bonus, ranged weapon attack damage, add +2. Submit changes. Alright, and then... Throwing stance. Alright, so we could check that off the to-do list. Fungal blessings. Okay. Alright. Let's see. Trying to remember where that would be. I think it's in the Red-Handed Doom original notes. Alright. I'm sorry, I'm looking in another window to see if I could find this. Okay. Compiled materials. And what do we got? Tiamat lasers. Here we go. Sleeping Sap. Red-Handed Doom's banner. Encounters. Season of the Sun. Hide the Goblin. Flesh Eater. Fanatic. Handout. Troll's Blood. All the weapons. Huh. Okay. Not seeing it. Alright, hold on. Let's see. Oh, right. We gotta do the settings on the NPCs real quick. Tidy sheet, NPCs. We want them to always show the traits, always show the skills, and hide the spellbook tab. Save. Very good. Save. Okay. And check that off the tidy sheets list. Excellent. All games add healing surge if they use it. This game doesn't use it, so we can just get rid of it. There we go. And update the cub invisibility. Alright, so we'll go here. We're going to go to Condition Lab. We'll go to our invisibility. Options. Mark invisible is good. Active effect has been removed. Alright, so that was taken care of. Sweet. Okay. Let's see. Let me open up Layla's sheet. And see what's going on here. Embrace Serenity. Concentration checks to maintain spells. In addition, as a bonus action, you may sacrifice the use of wild shape, blah blah. A5E. Alright. Good times. Let's see. Cosmic Omens, Embrace Serenity, Nature Spawn, Starry Form, True Speaker, Human, First Hand Naturalist, Nature Secret, Star Maps, Undead Fortitude. Yes. Regeneration and Undead Fortitude. That's right. Okay. Let's see. Boon of Gomek, Corpse Flower. Man, they still got their Gomek boon. They're doing great. Druidic Focus. Concentration Staff. Starform Archer. Alright. 15 minutes. I got it, phone. Calm down. Oh, okay. Oh, we need to make an Alhoon thing. So let's do one thing at a time. Alright, so we're going to go to journal entries, and we're going to say that this is fungal blessings. Alright, well, we don't need this to be a folder. This would actually just go, if there was a boons folder, it would go in the boons folder. Man. Alright, and then we'll go here, and we will add it. And we will do, I guess that's kind of a feature. All right. Okay. You regenerate. Let's see, 1 hit point per round. Does that sound right? Let me let's see. Okay. And you gain. I can't remember if it had regeneration or not. I'm gonna have to re-watch that episode to see what my dumbass self said was available. So I'm gonna make that not a to-do list, and I'm gonna put a note. rewatch episode for details. All right. Huh? Is there going to be a fight here? Yeah, there could be a fight here. If there's a fight on this map, it means that they're losing the Battle of Brindle, essentially. This is sort of the last stand location for the fight. So, hopefully they don't have a fight here. All right. Let's go back to other prep. I am all over the map this morning. Let's see. In our Mind Flares, we got the Alhoon, and we got this cutie My Flare right here. Do we have an Alhoon mini? I guess not. All right. So let's go ahead and grab this Alhoon and save him out. And we'll go ahead and open up our let's see, active tokens, Odyssey tokens, simple tokens, classic tokens. There we go. All right. So grab that, head over here. We'll get rid of this one, and we'll do... Is there like a spookier one? Can do a spooky one. That works fine. And let's see. Ah, that's unfortunate. Get in there. Okay. Alright. Let's see. Him has book. He's an avid reader. What can I say? And contrast. J. Throw it up there. And nice. All right, we're going to do that. And then trimming time. We'll do something like this. There we go. Ah, so cute. All right. So this will be Mind Flare. He's definitely the kind of villain that's like just kind of thrown in there, like you're playing a game or you're watching a movie and you're like, who the fuck is this guy? And then that guy was actually like a big deal the whole time. It's gonna be that vibe. I uploaded it to my D&D Beyond folder. Oh no, I think that's like a federal crime or something. All right. Honestly, we should probably have it appear in this folder. The Mind Flare folder. That just makes sense. There you are. Alright. There we go. Prototype token. And hovered by anyone. Neutral. Heh heh. Let's see, we'll do that. Blood, black, resources, always on for owner, Dunzos. So now we have our Alhoon, which is cool, I guess. And then we've got our Mind Flare and our Mind Flare Scion. That's fantastic. And we need an Intellect Devourer. Alright. So throw that cutie over there. That's taken care of. Dwarf King is an Intellect Devourer. Advisor is a Dwarven Vampire. What the fuck? Okay. So let's go over to Dwarves. Let's see. Did I just call them Dwarves, or did I? Yep. Alright. Dwarves, Hammerfast. Hall of the Dwarven Lords. God damn, that's a dope map. Holy shit. There's a reason Zapiku making all that money. Let me tell you. Let's see. Let's see. The king, and then the king's axe, and then we need like a really creepy dwarf to be his advisor. So let's see. We'll go to Pinterest for this. All right. Let's see. All right. I'm getting a lot of booba art. I mean, I'm okay with it, but it's a lot of booba art. A lot of AI art starting to slip onto here too, which I guess it is what it is at this point. All right. So we're gonna put evil dwarf. Let's see. That's definitely racial profiling. A dwarf that looks like he could be an evil advisor. With 7 minutes left on the clock, a dwarf that looks like he could be an evil advisor. Oh, man. Oh, yeah. That guy. Or this guy. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Alright. So we'll go with this guy. And we'll get rid of this. Okay. And save it out. Red Hand of Doom. Dwarf. Advisor. Alright. So let's see. We need a good MCDM vampire. MCDM vampire. Beautiful. Let's see. Here we go. No, what the fuck? I don't want to make a poll? Alright. Okay. So this is going to be... This guy's name will be... Tyrander. Tyrander... Soulstone. There we go. Advisor. Nothing sinister about that. Okay. And he's definitely going to be NPC. Go grab him. Perfection. Alright. Take that. Change there. Neutral. Everything else is good. Update. Tyrander Soulstone. Perfect. Alright. Yeah. I think we got enough to run a game. Hell yeah. Alright, so 5 minutes till the game. I'm gonna go. Quick announcements. Tomorrow morning we got Curse of Strahd Daybreak. Tomorrow night, Mythic Odyssey. Monday night, Odyssey Prime, special Blitzball episode. Tuesday, Abomination Vaults, also Cyberpunk Red with Dom. And then Wednesday, we're going to continue Dragon's Dogma. Thursday, Curse of Strahd Nightfall. Friday, we'll resume vodcasting. And we got some pretty interesting things we could talk about on the vodcast. Got a couple of things that might be worth talking about. And then Saturday morning, we'll be back here. I hope everybody has a good weekend, and I'll see you next time.